G'day guys, welcome back to another video. Regarding the video suggestions that most of you commented below, was about rig making and knot tying. So in this video I'm going to show you the 4 basic rigs that I use, apart from the black magic, whiting snatchers, snapper snatchers and all those sort of pre-made rigs. I'm going to show you the homemade rigs that I make for myself when I do my fishing. Alrighty, let's go. Alright guys, starting off with the rigs, we're going to the whiting rig. Now this rig consists of your main line to a knot or swivel which leads to your weight. And from that knot is a length of leader and that goes to your hook. Now, it's pretty simple to make this rig. All you need to do, what I like to do, is tie your hook on first. If it's a whiting rig or designed for whiting, I suggest a 1/0 hook or a 4 to 8 size long shank hook. Now once we tie the hook, we got to figure out a space between the hook and the knot. So once the sinker is on, the hook and sinker don't touch each other. Once we make the knot, we tie the sinker on. It depends on the depth, current and environment you're fishing in. So if you're fishing in a high current, I suggest using a star sinker, so it digs into the ground a bit and your baits won't be moving everywhere. And then away you go. I'll show you how to make this rig later on. We have the paternoster rig. You can either do this with a single or double hook. So what I like to do first is tie the sinker on, and you can tie it direct, make a loop, or you can tie a clip on which so you can change the weight of the sinker. Once we do that, we tie our 2 knots if we want 2 hooks and 1 knot if we want 1 hook. I'll show you how to do this knot later on. So once we do these knots, we tie our hooks on, but before we do the knot, you're going to figure out where you want the hook to be presented. And that's pretty much the paternoster rig. Pretty simple. Another popular rig is the mixed rig, well that's what I call it. So what it is 2 hooks, 1 hook on the bottom and 1 hook above the sinker. So it's whiting rig and a paternoster rig combined into 1 rig. So the steps are tying the bottom hook first. Once we tie the hook on, we tie the loop which leads to the sinker, and then above the sinker you tie the knot where you want the hook. And that's it. That's the mixed rig. Now one of my favourite rigs to use is the running rig. Now I particularly use this rig for snapper, gummy sharks, kingfish, all those bigger stuff. You can use it for whiting and stuff too, but I prefer using it for heavier species of fish. So all we do is get our main line, put a running clip on, tie a swivel on, and then have a length of leader. Depends on the species you're targeting. I suggest 1 to 2 meters of leader depending on the fish size also, and then tie our hook. If we want to tie 2 hooks on, what we do is tie our first hook on, and before we tie it to the swivel, we slide a hook down and wrap it around the hook and do a knot. I'll show you how to do that later on. And that's pretty much the running rig. So I'm covering 4 basic rigs that I use in Victoria. Now, as I've showed you how to make the rigs from the diagrams I've drew, so get ready for part 2, as I'm going to show you step by step how to make these rigs.